Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Alhamdulillah, before we continue our discussion on the alamat and i'rab, we need to first understand the concept of mamnu' min as-sarf. So mamnu' min as-sarf are a group of nouns in the Arabic language that are mamnu', which means prevented, min, which means from, as-sarf. As-sarf in this context means tanween. So mamnu' min as-sarf literally means nouns that are prevented from sarf. Mamnu' prevented, min from as-sarf. As-sarf in this context means tanween. So any noun in the Arabic language can either be munsarif or غير munsarif. Munsarif are nouns that are not mamnu' min as-sarf, meaning that they can accept a tanween. Muhammadun, Muhammadan, Baytun, Kitabun, Masjidun. Most nouns in the Arabic language are munsarif, meaning that they are not mamnu' min as-sarf, they're not prevented from the tanween, i.e. they can accept the tanween. Okay. Now there are some nouns in the Arabic language that are غير munsarif, which means that they're mamnu' min as-sarf. غير munsarif and mamnu' min as-sarf are synonyms. They mean the same thing. So certain nouns in the Arabic language are غير munsarif, i.e. mamnu' min as-sarf, which means that they cannot accept the tanween. That's number one. Second of all, they take a fatha instead of a kasra when they're majrurun. These types of nouns, which are nouns that are mamnu' min as-sarf, are nouns that, number one, they cannot accept a tanween. Number two, they take a fatha instead of a kasra when majhururun. So pretty much these types of nouns can never take a kasra. These types of nouns can never take a kasra. So if someone was to ask you what is mamnu' min as-sarf, very simply would say mamnu' min as-sarf are nouns that are prevented from tanween. They cannot accept tanween. And likewise, they cannot accept a kasra, i.e. the sign of them being majhururun is going to be a fatha instead of a kasra. Okay, so now the question is, what are some examples of nouns that are mamnu' min as-sarf? So some groups of words that are mamnu' min as-sarf are the following. And I'm only mentioning a few of them because mamnu' min as-sarf is a concept that is quite complex and it takes a long time to explain, and it doesn't deal specifically with grammar, but rather it's something that's covered in the science of morphology. It's something that's covered in sarf, but because of its ramifications in the science of grammar, it's still talked about in grammar. But my main point is that now is not the time to explain in details how mamnu' min as-sarf functions and the different types of nouns that are mamnu' min as-sarf, but I'm just trying to give you some understanding. So some groups of nouns that are mamnu' min as-sarf, meaning that they're prevented from tanween and they cannot take a kasra, are feminine proper nouns. So all feminine proper nouns are mamnu' min as-sarf. It's like Aishatu, Zainabu, Mekkatu. All these nouns are feminine proper nouns. So they're nouns that refer to things that are proper. So Aisha can never have a tanween. We always say Aishatu, never Aishatun. Zainabu needs to have one dhamma, and it can never be Zainabun. Unlike Muhammadun, Khalidun, and other nouns like that are not mamnu' min as-sarf, that are munsarif. Okay. Likewise, these types of nouns can never be majhururun. In a sense, afwan, they can be majhururun, but they can never take a kasra. So these types of nouns, they can be majhururun, but they're not going to be majhururun with a kasra, rather going to be majhururun with a fatha, as we're going to see. So if I was to say fi, I would say, for example, fi aishata, fi zainaba. I wouldn't say fi aishati or fi zainabi. That would be a mistake. So feminine proper nouns are mamnu' min as-sarf. Aishatu, Zainabu, Khadijatu, Sumayyatu, Aminatu, the list goes on. Likewise, masculine proper nouns that end with a ta marbuta. Masculine proper nouns that end with a ta marbuta, like Usamatu, Hamzatu, Talhatu, and nouns like that. They're also mamnu' min as-sarf. And then finally, non-Arabic proper nouns are also mamnu' min as-sarf. So Pakistanu, Ibrahimu, Yusufu, and the list goes on. Okay, so non-Arabic proper nouns. So like I said, there are exceptions for everything I just mentioned here. And likewise, there's much more other types of nouns in the Arabic language that are mamnu' as-sarf, but due to it taking a lot of time to explain, I just wanted to give you a brief understanding of what mamnu' min as-sarf is. So mamnu' min as-sarf are nouns that are غير munsarif, meaning that they cannot accept a tanween and they cannot accept a kasra. Rather, the sign of them being majhururun is a fatha instead of a kasra, as we're going to see.